I'm a guy with a cool belt.
If you wish to purchase any of the church's services, you are able to do so. If you have any questions, because you are traveling with one of their own, they're more than willing to answer questions. Quigley, you are pretty quickly restored to a point where you are like ambulatory.
Oh, great. So what is that?
I'm gonna let me tell you.
How much do
what
I
they're
owe
able
you?
to immediately do for you to get you at least on your feet.
You have 2 strength.
You have 4 strength.
You can crawl.
Total?
4 total strength.
Oh my god.
So few!
I know.
I feel like we should go around the church and like baby-proof it.
Everything's gonna be fine. You're gonna get to the church. Everything's gonna be fine.
It is still gonna be
It's
fine.
not fine. I have 4 strength.
It's still gonna be fine.
We could muzzle him.
Yeah, we're gonna put this back on you.
Muzzle like real life Ben, if you would.
How about taking that negative level away, huh? You want to
Well,
just
not today.
What?
You are brought out of your stupor, and the worst of your wounds are healed. You are given 9 hit points back.
Thank you.
That's from -1 though, so she really has 8, huh?
Yeah, so she really has 8. But either way, she's
something
allowed.
at him,
She's
please.
up on her
Big
feet,
one.
ambulatory, awake for the first time.
Wait,
in-
Wizard of Anderley, what do you have for me?
Don't. Oh, Wizard of Anderley. He does.
I get courage. What do I
well,
get?
then there's Lyra, who has to be.
the hell?
She's not here.
But it is also recommended
We are
that
off the
those of you
rails.
who are still so grievously wounded that you
Yes.
are concerned about your health, that you stay with the church.
Logan Nation says 4 total strength is barely enough to get that big mouth flapping.
And yet
It's
it
apparently
continues.
just enough. to
It's
get
the
it
only
done.
thing that
Taylor
works.
Weiss says, Mug has 16 strength. OMG, is he one of those OP 4d6 types?
It's 4d6 dropped below.
Oh my
And
god.
J. Womack 94 wants
I
to
was
know,
gonna
Alex, have you stabbed anyone yet?
No, because
She's
I've been
about
knocked
to.
out. I'm at 8 now.
So,
I'm awake. Wait, do I?
So,
Oh, never mind.
so just so you guys are aware,
Yes.
the way things are gonna work from here on out is that this is gonna be kind of an opportunity for each of you to do what you feel you want for your character. You guys, a little bit of time is gonna pass, like a couple of days. You guys have to rest up and recuperate. It is, the church obviously wants a report from you, Quigley, and you have a lot to deal with them.
Yes.
And they want to, and those of you who are still very weak, like Lyra and Quigley, I mean, you have a place at the church to be sort of resuscitated. You can also receive some healing if you want. But either way, we're gonna spend a little bit of time in here because I want to see what each of you is most interested in dealing with, and it's sort of wrapping up whatever ends that you guys have had for so long. Because getting to Anderley has been such a big goal for the party, and I want each of you to have a chance to sort of take care of what you individually wanted to deal with. So
what that means is that we're all safe for a few days.
You're all
do
safe.
whatever you want in town.
And then we all
nothing bad
die.
can happen to you.
And then
This
once
is an
we
untrapped. This is an untrapped town.
It's an untrapped town.
Untrapped town.
trap-free town.
But you guys spend some time in the church, at least on this first day, and the worst of your wounds are healed. And while you are sort of recovering and being administered to by the priests, you are approached by a man in very plain. Who were you hoping for? You got really excited. Like I want
someone else.
Who were you hoping for? I really am curious.
I
We
think
don't even know who
maybe a
this is
certain
yet.
inquisitor.
Oh. You are
Bum me
approached
out.
by a sort of, it's actually really difficult to tell. Looking at his face, he doesn't appear to have like age lines but when you look into his eyes, you get the sense that he's a very old soul, as you would sort of identify him
Dwindle?
as. No, it's not Dwindle. It's not.
It's Vander.
It's actually somebody that you don't recognize. And he waits. He's sort of watching all of you as you're being administered to by the priests. And he's very patient. You see that he's wearing very simple, travel-stained robes, fraying at the edges. He does not look like a man of wealth or means. He carries a walking stick, but he doesn't appear to really need it. He just sort of, he doesn't have to lean on it. He just sort of waits patiently. And when the priests have sort of are done administering to you and healing at least the worst of what they can do for today, he approaches the lot of you. And he says, I was wondering how long it would take for the lot of you to arrive. You are quite famous in certain circles. My name is Erasmus Kine.
What? Say it one more time. Spell it for me.
Erasmus Kine.
Erasmus Geim.
That's E-R-A.
Oh, see, already I spelled
Erasmus
it wrong.
Geim.
S-M-U-S.
Erasmus Geim?
No.
Geim? It's Geim.
K-Y-N-E.
Geim.
That's a surname. There's a space in between.
E-R-A-Z-A-M-U-S.
You can't write.
That's good enough.
Oh yeah, you can write now.
It was
It's
a light
really
pencil.
irrelevant how you
So-
spell it.
Woe or Lunai? Coke or Pepsi?
Neither. Are you familiar with the Wardens?
Who?
The Wardens.
No.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just gonna stop this for a second. Do we know him?
No.
He's Erasmus
Yeah, nobody
Kine.
knows.
Yeah, he's Erasmus.
Yeah, Quigley does now. It's Erasmus Kine.
We're best friends.
Oh, okay.
Anybody with knowledge local can
I
make a
reach out
check
my
if they
hand. I go,
want
I'm
to.
Marcus.
Yes, I'm aware.
Nobody has knowledge
I'm
local
not.
except for him. Do you have knowledge local?
Yeah, he does.
You might too.
I think Alex does.
I don't know that I have it
No,
for
he's
here.
the only.
No.
The only one? Okay.
He's the only one.
stop
I only
doing
have
that,
dungeoneering. None.
Do you have any
Ah,
restoration
ah,
powers?
No.
13, I think, or
Dude,
12.
Okay.
That
That's good
stat-
enough because the Wardens
most
are
overpowering.
very a pretty famous organization throughout the realms. They are, and you've actually heard of them, at least in the last few months. It is a group of individuals employed by the monarchy whose job is to regulate groups of enterprising adventurers who sometimes cause more trouble than they solve, or perhaps get then when things get out of hand.
Were they
Is
made
this
for
like
us?
Shield?
In a
These
lot
the
of ways, yeah.
agents of
I
S.H.I.E.L.D.?
mean, if that's a good analogy.
All right.
The agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They are usually petitioned by local governing bodies when things get a little too tough. Like a lot of the outlying communities, when a group of very powerful individuals like rolls into town and starts creating
Group of
havoc.
stoopers start messing it up.
Like they petition for intervention by the wardens, and the wardens will send I mean, like everything from arresting people. There have been tremendous battles where they've actually fought and killed people who have simply just been unable to be reined in. But this single man, I mean, like the definitely.
So I know all this.
Oh, it definitely
I know it.
like
All this?
like
I know
you
it.
are just
and
like
I go,
what
and
is
I
happening?
shake his hand,
Yeah.
and I say, it's really great to meet you, Erasmus. How do you need our help? Who do we have to take care of?
Oh no. Well. I mean,
Jay-
I do require your help.
Jay
but
Warwick says, it's Frank's widow's attorney. You've been served.
For my sanity says, yep, I hear shopping coming real soon. we
And I
haven't had a
look,
shopping episode in forever.
Yeah.
I
We
look
don't
at the, I
have
look
any
at the
money.
group. I look at the group and I say, Erasmus we're gonna help him rein in a bad group of people.
Well,
I
I
think
wouldn't
he's
call
here
you all
for us.
bad.
Huh? Wait, what?
I wouldn't call you bad, exactly.
Wait,
But
wait.
There has been a request put in
By-
for us to investigate certain happenings,
From
and
who?
given the circumstances in the
Whom?
area, it does seem as though your actions in the last few weeks have had lasting consequences. And I am here to help you put them to right.
Who sent you?
I am a representative of the Wardens.
What can you do?
I
What's
look
that?
at Craig. What did we do?
In the past few weeks, we haven't done anything bad by anyone.
Well,
Did we do bad things before that?
We don't
The
mean to do bad things. Bad
issue
things
at
just happen
hand.
to us.
Does happen to be that there is a rogue dragon on the loose, and other quite dangerous, as of yet unidentified creatures that have created quite a problem for the safety of the people in the region. We are led
Why
to
is that our
believe
fault?
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Are you telling us this because isn't your city run by a group of criminals?
I look
I
at
am not
Quigley,
from Anderley.
and I say, he's not from here. The wardens are hired by the monarchy.
Oh, so
of
wouldn't
the
you want to
realm.
stop the criminals from running this town?
I get
Well-
the feeling he thinks that we're criminals. Why does he think that, Quigley?
I think he pooped in the
Again,
house
you-
a couple of
no,
times.
you are
and
not
you
under
Pooped
arrest.
in the
I'm-
house? What did I do?
simply
A couple of times.
One time, 2 times, 2 times.
2 times.
Yep, 2 times.
Is this for pooping? Sir, we'll pay the damages for
we
pooping.
in the petition there was a mention of feces, but
Who
that's not why we're here.
who
We don't
petitioned
usually
this?
settle. That's really not for me to say. The
And
point
why are
is,
you pitting dragons on us? What, like,
I-
who have you talked to?
There has been an investigation. We employ several diviners amongst our ranks. We have sort of reviewed what's happened, and it does seem that you are rather intrinsically tied to the events that have happened. This was once a very calm and prosperous area that has now fallen on some rather difficult times.
Prosperous
And,
area with criminals running it.
Again, we are not here to solve every problem in the world one at a time.
Right.
This is the task that I have been has been bestowed upon me, and now I am here to ask the lot of you if indeed you would like to help me sort of set right the wrongs that have troubled the world of late, and return things to normalcy.
Absolutely, I'll do that
So-
with my 4 strength.
I slowly take a large step to the side. Shame.
Isn't that what
Oh no, we
we've been
like
doing?
you, Mug. Everybody likes you.
We've been trying to set good on this world to begin with. I don't understand.
Oh
why-
no! You please don't misunderstand.
This doesn't sound
You're
like
not.
you're asking.
Huh?
This doesn't sound like you're asking for our help. This sounds like you help me or else.
Can
I
To be
was-
crystal
That's the
clear
feeling I
here,
get.
I'm not sure of what we did because I'm not sure of who I am.
Can I size this guy
Basically,
up?
We saved the
What's
world.
that?
Like, how do I size this guy up? What do I gotta roll?
Make a perception check.
Sense motive.
We saved the world.
Oh.
I'm gonna sense motive on Crag telling me we saved the world.
We saved the world.
You should probably roll, Crag.
Have you been in the world of late? Does it feel saved?
16 perception.
16? I mean, he doesn't look like much, but the way that he carries himself
16?
leads you to believe that there's a lot going
Against
on
what?
that is
Well, are
not
you
readily
lying?
apparent to you. You don't think it's a situation where like, I'm afraid of this guy, but you would want to suss out, you know that you're not seeing all the pieces of this puzzle, and you know that it would be like going in blind, because there's more going on here. And if he says he's a representative of the wardens, then there's a
Okay.
good chance that he can lay down some smackage
I think I guess I believe Crag. I rolled a 16
on
on
to
sense
believe
motive.
what? Oh,
On when he told me that he saved we
oh,
saved the world.
Okay, yeah.
So I guess
Cool.
I'm believing him.
What do you want us to do?
Yeah.
Plead out the
Everybody
poop
wants
charge,
us
but
to
you
do
ain't been
something,
dragons
and
on
then
us.
it always goes haywire. But what do you want us to do?
Let me explain. I understand that sometimes when we approach a group such as yourselves, there is an immediate assumption that you have been charged with some sort of crime, or that we are here to impose our will upon you.
Yeah.
My job is simply to serve as a liaison. I was to investigate the petition that what has been set forth. It does not appear that you are particularly dangerous people. It simply appears that you are a group of powerful individuals who are at the locus of a great many events that have set off turmoil in the region. It was also through my investigations I've talked to many people, and it seems that many people respect you and believe that you have attempted to do some good in the world. Now, there are many times when those attempting to do good set off a chain of events beyond their control that has consequences that they did not intend. My job is to offer guidance and a possible path to bring things back into a more contained and controlled stance. Again, simply returning to normalcy. It was my understanding through my investigations and talks that perhaps this task would interest you, that you would in fact want to help the people here. And if you choose not to, you are under no guise or obligation. You may leave at any time. You are not slated for elimination or detainment. And unless you pose some immediate threat to the innocent citizenry, I would not intervene with your actions.
Does he have an eye patch and a leather jacket on? And...
No,
You
this is not.
you got any ironwood?
Oh
I do not. That is
You
not.
can't just ask people that. It's rude.
So, what do you want us to do? Follow you? Where are you going? Where are
Alex,
we
you're
going?
back.
I'm back.
You're alive. Alex, you're alive.
I'm barely alive, but yes, I'm alive. I don't know what the hell's going on here. So, what do you want us to do?
I still have some work to do, but I do believe that there is a way to pit the struggling forces, the burgeoning darkness in this area. I believe there is a way to use one element of it against the other.
We've
And I
tried this
believe-
before. You know,
We
I've
have
tried this before. You
tried-
know what? It
it-
doesn't work. The GM doesn't
The
allow
GM
it.
doesn't allow it.
The GM doesn't allow it. It doesn't work. We've tried it.
Multiple times.
That's
Yes.
my favorite plan.
But
I
I-
want to pit everyone against everybody.
My question, it does seem that you have tried this in the past. And,
Yeah.
And I agree that it does.
Who is this guy?
He's some crazy
It does
oracle of something.
often present quite a lot of difficulty, especially when you don't have proper guidance or a good plan or a good idea at all. I'm here to alleviate some of these issues for you.
Who would
I
you
believe
say in all of those scenarios had the worst plans?
Well, let's not go pointing fingers.
I'm
That's not my
asking
purpose
for an
here.
academic
I don't
purpose.
want to
Sweet.
cause any group turmoil. That's
So,
not my purpose
Do you
here.
really have any idea what we've been through?
I have an idea of some of it, though I would love to hear your version of events to make sure that I have the story straight.
Well,
I
certainly.
understand that our investigations are not perfect.
Why don't we sit down for days and just, you can go
For
ahead and
days? How many days exactly?
get on the internet and go back and watch everything that's happened to us. By the way, if you're watching this episode, please share on Twitter now. Use that,
Right,
click that button.
Use that share button
On
that is
Twitch.
on Twitch. It will share
To
to
Twitter.
Twitter. And when you do
Hashtag
so,
dragons
you'll
and
be
things.
entered with the hashtag dragons and things. It
Publicly.
does have to be public so that we can track that. If
And
it's
then
not public,
one word.
we don't see it.
One word, dragon.
Well, it's a hashtag. It has to be.
But you can
If there's people
also,
new to Twitter, Jim.
but you can also share on Facebook. You can share on Instagram. You can call your grandma. You
But
can
those
text your
don't
friend.
count.
They don't count to win the prize.
Can I
If
call
you
my
want to win the
Instagram?
prize,
But
it has
it's
to be
still
the Twitter
Yeah.
share.
You got an Instagram? One?
The Twitter share.
All right.
Oh, my Instagrams
Sweet.
are
What
dead.
are we
Yes.
doing?
Jay Womack says, we will plead out the poop charge, but you ain't pinning no dragon attack on us.
Brian Summers says he's making you an offer that you can't refuse. Leave the bow and arrow. Take the cannoli.
Logan Nation says when Lyra isn't here, the poop talk goes up exponentially.
Jobu Needs a Refill correctly observes that you can't get through a conversation without going off the rail.
Well, he came on very strong towards us. I think it's his fault.
Lucas Martinez brings up a good point. He's our agent. Help me, help you. Is he like the State Farm guy, or is he?
Or is he Tom Cruise?
He's like that
in,
guy who won't let you get that dollar. Like, which guy is? he?
So, did I get any healing or anything at the church?
No, because
He's
they can't
passed
do
over.
anything.
We
Like,
have
how
to
much
wait
does
2
healing
days.
cost?
Okay.
He just got like 4,000 gold worth of
Attention
heals.
all babies and children. By the time that you need stats for things beyond your talkie skills, you will be at full hit points with all of your strength.
Is there someone I could talk to?
Okay.
Because I just.
Oh my
Is there someone I could talk to? Because I
goodness.
feel like I've been really unlucky in combat.
Yes,
while
and
now?
yes. So
Can someone
you
like
obviously need to
detect
have
something on
the-
me? Like,
the
is something
curse
wrong?
removed. Yes, the curse that you are
I just
under
haven't been able to get
will
it
also
up.
be removed by the church.
I would like to end our conversation with this man and say I will talk to you as much as you want about our history, and we can discuss
Oh, we'll
everything.
tell you a story.
I mean, like, you guys don't actually have to sit here and recount, like, unless there's something specific you
We
want
don't have to take
No.
If there's specific information you want to have or a specific spin you want to put on it, however you want to do it.
Yes,
But we don't actually have to
stopped
sit
the
here and
end of the
relive.
world happening.
Well,
Do you
some
understand?
some would argue that you, in
Yeah,
fact,
some would argue.
incited the end of the world to continue happening because I don't know if you've noticed, but things are not exactly safe and sound here.
Well, that's because we haven't finished.
So I'm here to help you. That's the point.
You don't want to be around
I'm glad
us when
that you're
we
on
finish.
board.
Messy.
to bring
Well, we
the
have
end
no
to a
choice.
close.
I'd
We
like
have
to
no
go,
choice.
now
We
that
have
I
no
can
choice.
walk, I would like to go see Governor Chantwell.
Governor Chantwell, how do you intend to get an audience with Mr. Chantwell?
I'm just going to stride boldly forth.
Because it worked last time.
It always works.
Okay. Make
What do you do in
a
town? Why don't
make
we-
a diplomacy check in an attempt to gather information about where you can find Mr. Chantwell.
Perfect.
Chantwell Manor. Nailed it.
Chantwell Manor.
Guys,
Isn't
I'm so
there?
happy to not be cursed. You guys have no idea.
Guess we'll test it.
Have you
out.
tested it?
I'm not testing. No, I haven't tested it yet.
Don't test
Curse is
That
gone.
would be a
Greg,
24.
If you wipe it more than twice, you're playing with
24? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
J. Womack, 94. Again, correctly observes that you have the right to remain silent, but not the ability.
Oh my goodness.
A 24 diplomacy.
Okay, yeah. So you asking it right at the church. You ask. It is suggested that you stay because you are still very weak and wounded, and it is suggested that you stay for a while at the church.
Like a baby
I'll
gazelle.
go and come back.
Okay. Good
Where
luck
are you
to
going?
with-
Wait, what's happening?
We're gonna go
talk
talk
to
to
Chantwell.
Chantwell.
What are we gonna talk to that creep for?
Because he made us go into a haunted building just
He
for
doesn't
some
make-
wine.
He didn't make us go in the haunted building.
We weren't gonna leave
We were
without
helping
it.
Donahue Granger.
We weren't gonna leave without it.
We were going to look for our bugs.
Shh, but he doesn't know that.
Yeah, what are you going to talk to him for? Let's find Maisie.
Oh yeah, Mason.
So
So I think
I
we
wanna
just
get
walk
paid.
away from
I
that
wanna
guy.
get
I guess
paid.
yeah, you're done with
I
it.
think we
Granger
just
get
Yeah,
paid.
you were just like,
I
no.
want to-
All anybody wanted to know was how much of this damage can I erase from my sheet, and when can I go do the
So
thing
does
that
he-
I
I want
You
to
know
go
what?
back.
To be fair, I want to play God. And
That's true.
You know what?
So-
I'll sit with that guy,
Okay,
Esmeralda,
it's cool.
and I'll sit with him,
Okay.
and I want him to fill me in on everything.
Okay.
Because I don't know if we're a good group or a bad group, and I
Put it
want
this way: by the end of the story, I don't know that you have any better of an idea whether
and
you're the
that's
good
what
guys
I
or
want to
the bad
hear.
guys.
And that's what I want to hear.
By the end of his long-winded tale, he
And we all
does seem
sit
quite
there?
interested in the fact that he seems interested in the fact that your memory seems to have so many gaps, and that you genuinely seem not to understand a lot about what's going on around you, and that a lot of the information that he's telling you, it's almost like you're hearing it for the first time. And a lot of your memory is like sort of flooding back about all the events that have occurred, as he mentions these places that you've been to and these things that you've done, these people that you've interacted with. But while he seems interested in it, it seems more like an academic thing. Like he obviously understands that something has happened to you. He's not surprised by it because he can see that something has happened to you. And he asks you occasionally questions about how you feel and what you can remember and what it's like to remember things for you. And he doesn't offer you a solution, but it seems like he's sort of feeling out, and he can sort of understand that something has happened to you recently that has affected your ability to be who you are.
Does he
And-
know about the basilisk? Does he know about everything? Does he know if it was
and
a child or a
if you
baby?
sit and listen to what he's telling, it doesn't seem like he knows everything. Like it's literally bits of like so like
I'm
any
trying to
time
figure
people-
out who told him these things.
Well, so you hear a lot of, like, he's talked to Cadwell, he's talked to Governor Chantwell, he's talked to a lot of the town guard, he's talked to a lot of the merchants and Maisie, like people that you had regular interaction with. It seems like his personal investigation involved a lot of just interviewing the people who knew you to find out what kind of people you were and what you had been doing and what he was getting into.
get on his
But he
radar?
also does have some limited information on some of your away from town exploits, and he talks about how the diviners in the Grey Tower of the Wardens were able to to sort of look into the past and see with their magic some of the things that you had done. So he knows a lot about some of the battles that you had, but he doesn't have like a detailed knowledge of, and there are a lot of things that if you choose, like you fill in little bits of the story.
Does
that,
he know
that he's
who
missing.
robbed Crag?
He doesn't
Robbed
know.
all of
us.
He doesn't
Still
know
on
who robbed Crag.
Does he know about us
Frank's
releasing
daughter.
the dragon?
He does. That is one thing that they
Wait.
spent. It was very difficult.
You guys did that?
to see into that. But that is one of the reasons that
You know what?
that intervention
I
was
didn't.
deemed necessary, is that they saw the release of the Spirit of Woe, and they saw the
Wait, you
the
guys
that
did
wasn't-
merge with the dragon.
We were
But we
tricked
didn't
on
do
that one.
on purpose.
And that's also why you have not been slated for elimination or detainment, because
And
again,
should we have killed the dragon?
I don't. None of us know. We don't
kinda
know.
with this
We
guy.
don't
You
know
guys
the alternate branches
Why
of
don't you
possibility.
fly yourself
you-
back
I mean-
Do you
to
have to follow us around everywhere we go now?
No, you will be free to act of your own accord. It is my job to offer guidance and
Are
to
you going
provide
to
a
talk to
solution.
us in a ball?
I'm not going to talk to you through a ball.
So,
Then,
Jim Jam,
I want a ball.
Ned, what do you think?
Jim Jam,
I really just, if there's any way I could die, that would be great.
I'm working on a thing.
That's with Mug now.
I think that you're right.
friends.
I'm like, well, we need to get up and get out and do this and get going. And then as soon as I make it to the door, I'm like,
You're like severely winded by walking.
because I think I'm gonna just.
You don't even have your full armor on.
I think I better
can't wear
stay
it.
over here.
Well,
My intention was to have all that conversation while they went away, but if they
Yeah.
didn't go away, then they had the conversation with me anyways. That's fine.
Well,
I don't
Craig
care
seemed
either way.
interested in it, so I assumed he stayed. And
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So,
I'll let Quigley go out there alone.
Still
so
trying to figure out
over the course of
who
the next
sent this
couple of
guy.
days, Quigley, you spend some time. The priests at the Temple of Arender, they restore your strength
Great.
with Arender's healing grace, but you aren't really given a whole lot of time to rest after you are restored.
Negative level?
What's that? And the negative level.
I just want to bring it up now. So
No!
Don't you have to roll for that?
No!
wow.
No.
I thought it was permanent.
That's a no.
No.
My hammer's been broken for 13 episodes, and you have negative
Craig,
level.
You will have a turn.
He's
And if you need your
fingering
turn-
Sir Gerald's guy.
All these boys are such babies.
But you aren't given a whole lot of time to rest, because as soon as you are up and about and able to move of your own accord, and the worst of your wounds have been healed, you are summoned to the High Aegis's chambers.
Oh, good.
When you meet with her, she offers you a brief exchange of pleasantries before diving into the heart of her concerns, at which point you can see that she grows quite serious. She asks you to recount the events of the attacks on the Swiftwinds trading caravan, and takes special interest in your description of the attackers. A scribe is in the room as you speak and writes down every word of your recollection. Do you intend to tell the story as it happened? Is there
Yes.
anything specifically you want to leave out?
No.
Okay, so you lay out the events of the night.
I
as-
do.
We didn't stand watch. We were pretending.
Specifically,
I
I
embellish my
leave
heroics.
out that I know the difference between Wildfire and Lady. That I know who Wildfire
Okay,
is.
so you protect her alternate identities.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't.
Who?
Yeah, who's Wildfire?
When your tale is finished, the High Aegis nods. She says, the church has been keeping apprised of the recent dangers and trouble that the area has been suffering these last few weeks. It has been a subject of debate as to whether they warrant the attention of the Purifier's servants. I believe, based on your report, as an agent of our church, that our realm is under assault from malicious beings from another plane. This makes it our sacred duty to destroy the source of this invasion.
Yes.
Do you agree?
Yes.
I have been approached by a member of the Wardens, and I believe you have met him. Are you familiar with the purpose of this organization?
I think I get the gist of it. Yes.
They insist that you and your companions have a connection to the events that have brought us to this point. Is that true?
Yes.
Then I am bound to charge you. You will take up the shield and stand against this invasion until it is thwarted, or until you are dead. To deny this charge or to fail in its execution will make you an outcast from the faith. What is your decision?
Oh, I'm in 197%.
Excellent.
Not
He's
real.
in 4.
Then your first task is going to be to prepare. Your instincts are sharp, and your courage is strong, but you are untrained in our ways.
Yes. I've been meaning to ask you about that. I think it'd be good if perhaps someone could jump along and join me and lead me in our ways, because I don't know what I'm doing. I was very
As it happens,
on point with Inquisitor Seraphina, and I just feel like she was a great teacher.
So just bring Could you just bring her?
Yeah.
Just go grab her.
If only you let me finish the rest of this statement.
But it's
I
a
prepared.
conversation,
I
is
feel
it
like
not?
there's
Are we
some
not
strong wizards keeping her
I'm
away.
literally just teasing you. It's fine. Well, as it so happens, we are of the same mind, and I have arranged for you to receive instruction to begin immediately. And after this, the Hyegus dismisses you. You are met in the hallway by a familiar face, a woman in thick-plated armor, none other than Inquisitor Seraphina Beaumont.
Oh, good.
She nods at you in
Come
greeting
on
and
over,
tells you
Satine. Come on, join it.
that
Everybody
she
scoot
has
over.
been instructed
Everybody.
to prepare you for war against the growing shadows.
Oh, good. I'm ready.
And so for the next several days, you will be learning the ways of the Church of Arender, training for combat, training in diplomacy, and the nature of your enemies,
That doesn't sound
how
right.
to attack them, what you can expect from them.
What I should and shouldn't do. Maybe you could just write that down on a cheat sheet for me.
You're still gonna do
And I could
what you
reference
And I've
do.
just been going around town going, hey, you got any ironwood? Hey, buddy. Hey, look at
So Quigley, you will have, if there's anything specifically that you want to deal with, or anything like you in your off time, you can go and deal with that. But you will be receiving training and instruction during most of your days from Seraphina as you learn more about what it means to be a paladin and how you can stand against this invasion of shadow.
I do have one more thing I would
Yes.
like to do.
And what would it be?
So I know that Lady Claret has just kind of wandered off.
Yeah, you haven't seen her since coming in.
But I know that she has a tiny bit of family left over here, and I go and I believe I said this before that I asked the Church of Arender to look out for a man named Renard, and that he would be looked after, since we did not know where Lady Claret and Inquisitor Seraphina were, and I would just like to know if he's there at the church, or if not, I would like to go check in on him.
Okay.
nod.
So my only
Reynald.
question is, knowing what you know about Claret's situation, how do you handle going about gathering information about this guy? Are you just like
Secretive.
secretive? Okay, so that's
good
fine.
back
So
at it.
so go ahead and make a since you're among.
Well, Big Red just gave 5,000?
Yeah, Big Red
I
was
thought you
just
saw a
like,
spider or
yeah,
something.
Big Red was just like, oh hey, by the way, I'm here. Boop.
She's like, he's like, I'm number one.
Yep, there you
Oh
go.
my
Number one,
goodness.
just
Big
like
Red?
that. Big Red is like, I don't
good.
mess around with multiples. I just do it once.
That's
and
gonna
I'm
piss
in
Trill
first.
Surge off.
Wow.
Trill's gonna do one of
He's
the,
gonna be
the
like,
firehead ones.
10,000 bits.
Oh my
I'm
Million.
giving you $10 million right now.
Cragmath.
Oh man.
And there he is.
And there goes Trill.
Trill takes the lead
And
again.
yeah.
For 2,000. You
Takes the
Oh
lead.
my gosh, you guys.
guys are amazing.
Jobu needs a refill. Crag suffers from the curse of the deuce. It's true.
That's true. He's been
Ew.
rolling an astounding number of
Gross.
twos with different dice.
Yeah.
It's important while we take this moment to acknowledge chat that we also let you know, if you're just joining us, we have moved the sharing contest. We previously gave you prizes for sharing on Facebook. We're now doing it on Twitter. So all you have to do is take the Twitch stream. So we're sharing the Twitch stream, and all you have to do is hit the share button on Twitch and select Twitter, and just use the hashtag dragons and things when you share
I
on
just,
Twitter.
Wild Ferret has not been seen by me in chat here, and then all of a sudden someone say Bit War.
And then, for my sanity says, anyone want to take bets who gets arrested first? I think that's pretty,
I think it's going to be Craig or Quigley.
Why am I
Really?
getting arrested?
Pooping.
We'll
into it.
find out.
Yeah,
Carolyn Weiss says, Craig is found sitting outside the inn wearing a sign. Will cleave for Ironwood.
Ah. That'd be
Brian
cute.
Newman says, anyone else waiting for the anvil that is Amy to drop? Because it ain't gonna be pretty. I doubt she'll be understanding. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. No, I'm not.
And
Oh,
Blair
because only the
Peterson-
patrons got that. When you read the
Oh
letter.
yeah, I did
Yeah.
read the letter about Amy.
Because I thought
Oh,
everyone was
yes,
in the
but
know.
it
It's
was
like, oh, wait,
only on the
patrons.
patron
Yeah,
only
I
Q&A.
didn't hear it.
Yeah, patron only Q&A.
Should be a patron, Diana.
The
That's-
letter.
I can't.
Blair Peterson said, Brian
That's not
Newman, I'm
fair.
waiting to find out that it was Amy who petitioned the wardens to help keep Marcus at bay.
Oh.
Oh.
So it was like a
a
mega
good
restraining
twist.
order. It was like the ultimate restraining order.
I like that twist.
Jukebox Hero Raccoon, and the bid war is on. Big Red has just
White.
dropped another 5. Wait, hold on. I'm so confused. No, Big Red is now in the lead because Big Red
That's
dropped
another 1,000.
another 1,000
With a rainbow wave.
with the rainbow wave.
Oh man.
You guys are crazy.
So,
Love you.
But you're crazy.
Craig, you want to go next?
Do I?
Where am I going?
So we're gonna bounce around
Right,
a little bit. That
okay.
way we get a little variety.
Where am I going?
Craig. So you've sort of you drop off your most grievously wounded companions at the Church of Arender. Over the course by the next morning when you return, because you have
Salted by this
several
warden.
concerns. You are healed of you're cured of the curse. It no longer affects you.
What was that?
It
Can you tell me what it was?
It was a curse that gives you a -1 to your.
-2. How the hell did I get cursed?
Because
What happened?
You were stricken by the curse
Fire one.
of the Chickcharney.
The what?
The Chickcharney.
What's that?
The creature.
But I haven't been with anyone for.
Wow.
Clip that.
There we go, guys. There it is. That's good. That's good stuff. That's the high quality
That's
kind
impossible.
of entertainment.
Wow.
How did this hit the Chick Charney?
Yes. So, I mean,
So is it
So that was her
the
name.
chick, Charney?
So
Charney was.
what had happened was.
what it is, but
What had happened was.
So, what had happened was the creature that you fought in the basement of.
Quigley?
Yes, Quigley.
Yes, I'm here.
Quigley had been
No, Quigley the
sort of
rooster.
Let him talk.
warped and mutated by whatever
By woe.
strange forces have been affecting the realm of late and causing everything in Trapsborough to go haywire. And he turned into what is known as a creature, it's a bird-like creature called the Chickcharney. And the Chickcharney is not particularly dangerous in the terms of being able to kill people, but it does have the power. It is most adventurers avoid it like the plague because its bite and scratches afflict you with a curse, and it just builds up. The more and more contact you have with this beast, the more powerful the curse becomes. It is very difficult to get rid of, as you noticed. Obviously, it took you until you were able to reach the Church of Arender to get rid of it, and that is what happened to you. But thanks to the grace of Arender, you have been restored.
Yeah, what do I owe those guys for all this?
Huh?
Gets to
healing?
play with
What do I
cocks in
owe
the
them for all the
basement.
healing?
Wow.
How much gold do I have to take off, man?
All of it.
Get out of here.
Because you are traveling with an actual knight of the Church of Arender.
Wow. Discount.
They have not charged you, though you are aware that, as usual, donations, and you guys have received a sizable amount of healing. So when you put
Like
5 gold in the collection plate,
No, I want to
they're
put 5. No.
It's like I'm not giving a whole
200
5.
gold.
okay,
How's that? 200 gold. Is that fair? You want more?
No, nobody bats an eye.
Does that cover all of us?
Nobody bats an eye. What, do you want more?
Well, let me put it this way.
Who's gonna pay for
Craig,
Ned?
I know that you, Eric Raddick, don't know this, but the actual cost for the services and spells that you're getting would be in the thousands of gold.
Holy crap.
Big amongst the whole group, yes.
I'm just doing me. I'm
Well,
just doing me,
I
bro.
understand. But even that, too, a remove curse and a restoration for your strength would be a sizable amount of gold. But
What are we talking? What are we talking here?
it'd probably
Give me
be,
a number.
I don't remember the exact number, it'd be about 1,700 gold.
Oh, shoot. Mm.
You trying to take all my money? You want 1,000 gold?
I'm not.
want
Nobody
1,000
is.
gold?
You're doing that thing where you are self-inflicting a wound and then blaming me for it. Everybody's
I didn't
cool.
inflict myself with Chick Charney.
Everybody's cool with 200 because again, you were
Well, I'm the only one who's giving damn gold here.
I know, and you were
He's
traveling in the
not-
company of a knight of
he hasn't
Arender,
gone to all of
so
us yet. He's talking
you guys
to you first, boo.
were pretty cool.
Big Red fired back at Trill after Trill said that he liked being crazy, so they each dropped another 1,000.
Oh my god.
Because why not?
Why not?
Because
How do you
Sure.
guys have
That's what we
thousands
do.
of dollars?
Listen, while you're at it, can you pay my rent for next month? Just joking.
Brian Summer says, for a list of people Cragheads bid, please bid 100,000 bits and a DVD will send to you in an unmarked plain envelope.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Continue. I'm sorry.
So anyway, your wounds are healed. Your strength is restored. The curse is lifted, and it is actually. You're
I
sort of,
feel better.
You feel a lot better.
I do.
And I don't know what you intended to do with this time, but it is actually Mug who sort of seeks you out. Because as you have sort of danced around each other for a while now,
Because
He
he's mean to
has-
dwarves.
That's because he had Chick Charney.
I don't want to catch
now
the Charney.
that you've been cured of that Chick Charney,
Is that swapping through fluids? Is airborne?
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Someone,
It's a contact
J.
curse.
Walmack 94 says, "Fix your hammer."
So yeah, so we can stop whining.
But it does seem that
You stop
perhaps
whining.
Mug
I
is
did.
the
I'm awake.
keystone to this whole thing, as it is
It's okay, I understand.
indeed him who has sort
That's
of.
interesting, though, Jim, that you're mentioning that he's the keystone, because we've had him around for like 6 or 7 episodes. If only Craig would have just spoken to him.
6 or 7 episodes.
5 or 6. I've been here. Been here a while. Everyone loves Mug.
We're always doing things. It's not my fault. You know,
You guys have been very busy. This is the first calm moment you guys have had,
Ever.
and
Yeah, a very long time actually.
I've been pestering people for ironwood
I know.
for
I mean,
weeks.
But not
The
for
real
one
reason I come to
person
see
who
you
could have
is because
helped
I need
you.
1,000 gold to reincarnate Ned.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Why are we gonna reincarnate him? He wants to die.
I can't.
Well, actually, Mug, because I know that's something that you've been sort of studying and trying to figure out how it's going to work. Make me a knowledge. Do you have either knowledge arcana or spellcraft? You should have it.
I have spellcraft.
Yeah, make a spellcraft check for me.
Bite?
Yeah.
It's probably one of the
18.
Craglings.
Okay. You have not been able to identify what it is that is sort of holding Ned in this vessel, which is his own skull. But what you can tell is that whatever it is will not allow his soul to inhabit
Oh.
a new vessel.
All right. All right.
So,
He's got Chick
unfortunately,
Charney, too.
Because technically
He's
he's
got
not
Chick
even
Charney.
dead. If he was dead, then I could bring him back. I guess.
but unfortunately for Ned, that is not the solution.
I want to reincarnate someone, Jim.
I know.
I want
you've
to turn
been
someone into a
dying for-
bugbear. That's what I want.
Let's kill Quigley.
Want to be a bugbear?
No, I
They're
just
pretty
got all
strong.
my strength back.
You get to keep.
Someone before said, "What if we put the death mask on Ned?"
Do we have the death mask anymore?
He's not
I
dead.
do.
Yeah, you
I
do.
have it.
I mean, it wouldn't.
Wouldn't do anything because he already talked to us.
But could we become him?
Huh? Can we become him?
Can we take his face off?
He's not dead.
You shut your mouth.
Just stating a fact.
What's that, Mug?
So, I went back to my enclave, which
Oh, did you talk to Dwindle?
To your enclave
No.
with?
Did you ask Dwindle about
no Dwindle.
ticket damage?
No Dwindle. No.
No?
We don't talk to Dwindle
Why not?
because he's not one of us. He's not.
You guys kicked him out of the club?
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta fix that.
We can't fix that.
We gotta go fix. What do you mean we can't fix
Can't
that?
fix that. He shared our secrets. Can't fix that.
He saved to save a life.
No fixing it.
How to
It's a
save.
shame.
But I did gather some information that may or may not be pertinent to you. It all begins a long time ago.
Star Wars?
Yes, that was a long time ago. Very.
I need a snack.
Do you?
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna.
have snacks.
I'm gonna bring up my
We've got a story time,
notes.
everyone.
I've got lots of snacks over here. Because I'm
A long time ago, there was a
galaxy far, far away.
powerful druid named Artemat who grew tired of the gods warring with each other. And he took it upon himself to kind of settle that down and strike one back for the mortals.
Kill everybody.
Yeah. So he went about gathering power with the intention of targeting Woe. Not Woe directly, but his avatar on the plains, therefore severing him from the plane.
Sully?
It was a long battle, several days. Artemat ultimately failed to kill Woe's avatar, and as a result was cursed by Woe, forcing him to take the form of a living ironwood tree.
Whoa.
And then taking his, I guess, corpse body, his tree body, and forging it into several weapons.
Wait, you're telling me my hammer is made out of a person?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I can't verify that. But I do know that he made the several weapons to distribute amongst Woe's primary followers and generals.
So you're a follower?
Follower of Woe?
The tree still stands-ish. I'm sure it's been cut up a little bit, but even though Woe is not around as much anymore, the tree still stands, though rumor has it it has been attached by a dryad. People have gone in to try and find said tree, said Artemat, and have not returned.
How the hell did my family get a hold of this hammer? That's the real
Were they
question.
generals of Woe?
Who's General of Woe? Drax? Horus?
But that is what I found out
Drax
that
is in outer
pertains to your
space.
Ironwood question.
Not that Drax. You know where this tree is?
I have a vague idea, but
You actually do know.
Oh, do I know?
Yeah.
I have a
You know
very
where it
good
is.
idea.
You know that you could get to it, and if that is something that Greg is interested in doing with his several days, you are confident that even though yes, you are aware of the Dryad and that it poses a threat, but it is very likely that as a friend of the forest, you might be able to help him. So if you, Greg, wanted to, you could take these days to go and try to find this source of ironwood. Okay. Well, after all this, yep.
No!
All right, see you guys.
What do you want to do?
Hey, Cade gave us 1,000 bits for story time.
Oh,
Cade.
thank you, Cade.
Thanks, man.
And Cade gave me awesome metal dice
I know.
That's true.
That's
last
great.
episode.
And snacks.
And I've still rolled poorly.
still
Hopefully the
rolled
curse is
terribly.
gone now, so I haven't been
That's
I
true,
haven't
the
rolled
curse
yet.
is
since
gone.
Let's
the
see
cur-
how this goes with this dryad first.
Well, I thought we were gonna be friends. You said everyone loves Mug. We're gonna go.
Everyone loves Mug.
The Dryad's gonna be like.
It's not everyone loves
"Oh,
Mug and whoever's with Mug.
But if Sir Crag gets his hammer fixed, he's going to be so
But,
scary. Do you know what his strength currently sits at?
I'm aware.
Where-
that
Ale
he's
could
a
carry.
beast.
Ale could carry the both of us. Yes, no.
Sir Crag
Yeah,
could
you,
carry the both
you,
of
you
you.
would.
Like, we could-
You don't even necessarily need to do like a whole lot of overlay.
you
Oh, I didn't know how far away it
Can't we
was.
just
Yeah, like,
walk through
it's
trees?
a-
You guys do that stuff. You walk into that,
That-
tree and then we'll.
That is classist, and I won't have it.
Wait, you don't want us to go with you, Craig?
Did you guys hear the story? Are you?
I'm
over?
training.
I thought we were here, right? I don't know.
Well, Alex, that is you can go with them if you would like, or you could take these days and perhaps there is some information in Anderley that you could gather about several of the leads that have cropped up about your particular situation. It's up to you how you want to use your time.
I guess I won't go with you.
Jobu needs a refill. Ale's already got armor. He says Ale needs armor. Stat. Flying a G6.
He's actually got a ton of armor. Ale needs
Ale's,
to lose that
Ale's
armor.
like,
Ale's got the
Ale's, I
best-
think he's better than Quigley.
Better than I am.
I gotta get rid of that
There's a
bird.
lot of funny comments.
Crag can carry Ale.
Sarah Girl 9959. For heaven's sake, give Ned to the church.
No, I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way to free him.
Brian Summers says he picked up a map to the Ironwood at the gas station.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, Womack says split the party.
I mean, that's what we're doing, basically.
This is Jim's plan. He's gonna take us all out.
I'm at the church. I feel great.
I've got full strength now.
I've got Inquisitor Seraphina with me. I've got.
Sorry.
Run, Crag.
Did you hear that rooster crow?
Yes. There's a
Chick
chit-chat.
You immediately become cursed again.
A chick.
There's a section in there
Charm.
about what are your fears, and I think he needs to fear roosters from now on.
Honestly, the tale of Quigley the Rooster is pretty sad because he was bought, like Crag put him there as a replacement for his missing squire. He was so sad. And then he was this rooster was abandoned in a room all alone. And over time just became like mutated and misshapen and became this hateful creature of
And then
darkness.
got killed by its owner.
And then got killed by the very man who put him in the room to begin with.
Well, hey, I got cursed.
Lyra,
so-
Lady Lyra killed him.
The wild ferret just decided to
No.
He's not having none of it.
just F stuff up. And Big Red was in the lead with 7,000 bits. The wild ferret decided to put a bid in for 7,001.
This is the Price is Right.
That's how I do at an auction. I'd be like $1,
Wow.
30 cents
That's
more.
Price is Right rules.
$1, Bob.
Wow.
Well,
So, if you guys are ready, you guys, being really the most rugged survivalist types, this type of journey is actually relatively easy for you. You are both men of the wilds, and without the
Wilderness Guide.
yeah, without the
could win that, you know.
without the others to sort of you didn't really notice how much the others hold you back until you're out on your own.
Right.
And you are able to move through quietly and quickly. You don't have to stop and deal with everybody's complaints about things. You just forage in the wilderness.
And
it's like
my
you feel
traveling
like a
speed,
connection
like,
to your.
because he's so heavy with his armor. It's like
Yeah.
this is crazy.
It's like clank, 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 clank all the time.
Right, it's my fault.
It's specifically all
It's
Quigley.
specifically my fault.
Specifically,
Well,
you
that's not my
never
fault.
realized how much Quigley was a burden.
This bit war is
Hey.
about to get very interesting, just so you know in the chat, because Big Red cheered 2 bits. Then the wild ferret cheered 3. Now Big Red cheered 2. So.
Oh,
Oh,
Big
and
Red.
now Big Red just said screw it, 500.
So, yeah, this
So
is
you make
kind
your way
of.
over, and it's actually for the first time in a very long time
For
you feel
the
sort of a
first
deep
time.
connection to who you started
Ashley's
out
not here,
as.
so-
You know, you almost. This is a very different terrain than anything from when you grew up, but
And then
but
I
for
don't
the
think
first
Mug
time
talks
you're.
much.
But neither of you feel the need to.
We're just
really.
talking. We're one with nature.
Yeah, you-
we're
you're like-
moving.
hey,
We're
look at
going.
this, look at that
Two
tree.
dudes communing with nature. You start to see natural wildlife because you don't have a bunch of jibber jabbering people scaring off all the birds.
It's actually quiet.
It's quiet and it's
I
peaceful.
hope a
can
bird
think.
poops on their head.
And Mug leads you very competently, like he seems to know where he's going, and you're not entirely certain how you would find a single tree amongst the thick forest that you find yourself in.
Is this the tree?
But as you come to a small clearing in the center of it, you see an immense, like jet black, behemoth tree reaching up towards the heavens. And there can be no doubt in your mind that you stand before the great ironwood tree. What do you do?
You said it's a jet. You said it's a jet black tree.
Chop it down.
Yes, you notice that the bark is like solid black, like iron black.
Like iron
I,
wood.
Like
I walk up to it. I walk up to it and I knock on the tree. Does it go?
Okay.
Does it go?
Mug's just standing back like, oh, dearie me.
Does it sound
This
like?
was a bad mistake.
The bit war just got insane again because there's a couple 5,000s in there now. They
Whoa, whoa,
they,
whoa, whoa,
they did
whoa.
not pace themselves. They were like, you know what? We'll try these ones and screw it. 5,000.
What? Oh my god.
So we're up to Big Red is in lead with 13,104. Trill Surge is in second with 11,610. Wild Ferret falling behind though, 7,505.
Wild Ferret's only been here for like 20 minutes.
Well, the
Though.
Wild Ferret was trying to cause some trouble there.
And Brian
Now he's in
Newman
third.
says, "Will do, Trill Surge. Will do."
Okay.
I'm waiting for whatever
well,
dryad pops out of here and just stabs Crag.
Do I even get close to the
are
tree?
watching Crag, and he like just marches up to this tree, and your first thought is like, oh dear, we have this. Maybe we should have reconsidered like I shouldn't have brought him here at
I've
all.
never seen anything like this before.
And
Pulling
indeed,
it
yeah, you're
quickly.
very fascinated by all of this. And Mug, near you, you hear a voice, and I need you to make a will save.
I say that, but will save, you say?
Will it
20.
save you?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
You are saved.
Yes. I mean, wisdom's my
I got a
prime.
3. 3 will save. That's the worst.
serious?
Yeah. Yeah,
They're
that's
gone for
right.
Crag. Okay, you feel an intrusive presence in your mind, but you were kind of expecting this, and you were ready for it, and you steel yourself, and you hear a voice behind you that says, "Why have you come?" And you turn around, and you see a lithe female form,
Go on.
almost the same shade of black as the tree, but a little lighter. It's more like a gunmetal gray, but you can see striations all along her body, as if like looking like wood grain, and her hair is these long tangles of vine, and you can see black leaves that have sprouted out of it at various places, and she's just standing there watching you, and she seems make actually a sense motive check.
Sense motive. That equals a 19.
Math.
19?
Yeah,
Okay.
a math
Yeah,
number.
you can see that she's actually momentarily troubled, and you would guess that she's aware that whatever she just tried to do failed. And she seems a little off guard, but she doesn't make it. She's about 15 feet away from you, and she doesn't repeat her question, but she's just standing there.
I will hold my staff, not in a like full-on threatening, but in a way to defend.
Sure.
And I say to her, I believe I found one of the wielders of the missing pieces.
Is that the ironwood tree?
I see. Who is your companion?
This is Crag, son of Horus. He is rough around the edges. And probably through the middle, too.
And why does he bear the tool of my most hated enemy?
That is a question that only he can answer.
You throw me under the bus, Mug. You throw me under the bus.
He jumps on
That'll
Ale.
get you for
He
not
jumps on
liking
Ale and he's
small
gone.
people.
He just jumps on Ale. He's like, "See ya! I brought you here."
I've seen him do good works. I believe he doesn't know what he has.
He has smashed a lot of plants.
He has
He,
pooped everywhere.
Make a diplomacy check for me.
Oh no, you're screwed.
There's a crap in the woods.
14.
14? Okay. She says, well, we'll see. And she actually just steps back into a tree, and it sort of ripples for a moment, and she just merges with it. Crag, you've gone up to the ironwood tree, and you knock on it, and it
Yeah, what does
feels
it do?
like it.
But does it give me a ring like if I knocked on like a
No, it's
submarine
not
or
hollow.
something?
No.
Don't give me that sound effect. Sirenscape.
I've never knocked on a submarine. How would you know that?
See?
There's a submarine.
Here,
Parked at the
did
bay,
you hear it?
You do it?
Ding, ding.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I did. Listen,
it.
listen. Click. Ding, ding. It's so good.
That's not how it sounds.
All right, here's a
So
lower
it's
one.
not like knocking on a Tin Man or anything.
No, no.
I'm
because-
I'm like a little disappointed.
Because there was no
Yeah, and I
hollow
look at
sound.
my hammer. I look at the tree,
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I got
and then
one.
I'm like,
What sound does your hammer make?
Ding, ding, ding.
how what sound is my hammer? make?
No,
What sound does your hammer
I'm trying
make?
to find-
Hit your
I'm trying to
hammer. It's
find
right
it.
here.
Ding, ding, ding.
What happened to be disappointed? You already know what it sounds like.
You see.
I'm playing a game here.
You're standing there and you're feeling kind of disappointed in the tree because it doesn't make the sound you wanted it to make, and that's
But I'm calling out for the tree lady.
for the tree lady. Okay.
Yeah.
Call it out
Yesterday
for the
to
tree
today
lady.
has followed. Thank you, yesterday to
Oh,
today.
thank you.
Oh, like yesterday.
Awesome.
You see you're about to turn around to ask Mug like what the heck is up and how like can we just get I guess we'll just take a piece of this tree then. But just
Jam it in
before you
there.
turn around, there is a face that sort of appears as the ironwood sort of ripples, and there is a face there. She says, "Why are you here?"
What kind of face is it?
She's hot. Shut up. Answer.
How
It
do you know
looks to
she's
be a
hot? Roll for
woman's face.
perception.
She's hot.
She's a dryad. She's hot.